Hello everyone, my name is Devatam Gaurav. Today my team and I are going to present a topic on adaptive serious games to teach cybersecurity concepts using a machine learning approach. This project is funded by MHRD and DRDO under Imprint Project 7804. The objective of these games is to dynamically adapt the difficulty level of the game to ensure that both expert and beginner players are given appropriate challenge through the game and thus provide the crucial flow towards achieving pedagogical activities. Features of the game are GUI and terminal screen for the player is provided as an input. Background audio is provided for the game. Mouse and keyboard are acting as the main controls for the game. Some game-related stuffs in the form of tutorials is also provided. Hints are also provided for helping the players in the game. Some instructions are provided for the players to complete the tasks. After completing a level, rewards are presented in the form of coins. Learning content is delivered in a game-based environment, and this will help the player to engage in a particular game. Two types of games we are generally focusing here. First one is SQL injection and next one is firewall. When a player opens the game, a player is instructed to register into the game and then log into the screen into the game. In case of firewall game, their bilingual language is also provided where the text of the particular game is converted into Hindi and English. Serious games are designed for teaching some concepts. The learning outcome of these games is to achieve pedagogical objectives. The serious games are designed by the designers where some challenges are put into the game which will engage the players into the game. Now we will see what we have prepared. First, we need to understand why adaptive serious games are important. The demerit of serious games are that in previous cases, the serious games that are designed by the designers are not adaptable as per the player's capacity or ability. So in order to provide adaptiveness in the serious games, the player is needed to compete with the gaming challenges and difficulties. For that, adaptive serious games is a particular solution. To provide adaptiveness in the serious games, the machine learning agent, that is an intelligent tool, is needed. The machine learning agent provides instantaneous suggestions/hints to the players based on the ability. In our case, we are focusing on classifying the players in two categories, that is beginner and expert. The ML agent is used for two games. First one is SQL injection and next one is firewall. Methodology. The first step is the ML model is trained with a training set of players' data, that is objective data. In case of SQL injection game, the objective data is time taken, number of hints, and number of mistakes. In case of firewall game, only time taken is considered as objective data. The most recent 50 players data are fetched from the Firebase once the data is stored in the Firebase. Based on the 50 recent players data, median is computed. If the time taken by the player is greater than the median, player is classified as beginner, else expert. Now we will see how player classification goes on within the game. In case of SQL injection game, if a player is classified as beginner based on the number of hints, and in case of player is classified as expert level hint is provided. In case of firewall game, if a player completes a particular level, that is level 1, player performance is analyzed level wise, where for beginner player 1-star rating is provided and accordingly level 1 is opened. If a player starts a beginner level 1, then bot appears and starts introducing the player with each of the elements that is in the level 1 and also starts introducing the concepts of the level 1 as well as some suggestions or hints provided in the box. If a player is classified as expert, the 3-star rating is provided and Accordingly, next expert level is opened for the player. Now we will see the illustrative flowchart for both of the games. First one is SQL injection. When a player starts a SQL injection game, the login screen appears where player is instructed to register first into the game and data is stored in the database, Firebase database. After that, player is allowed to log in into the game. When the player logins into the game successfully, the values that were stored in the database is retrieved successfully. And if a player completes a level 1 and the data that is retrieved from the database, based on that, median is computed. And if a player is classified as beginner, then accordingly hints will be displayed. In case of hint category, if a player is classified as expert level hint will be given to the player, and in case of else, beginner level hint will be given. If a player is classified as expert in time taken category, player is not allowed to repeat the tutorial, else player is allowed to repeat the tutorial. If a player is classified as expert in any one category, player is allowed to skip the previous level, else player is not allowed to skip the previous level. Now we will see the illustrative flowchart for adaptive firewall game. When a player starts the game, the login screen appears where a player is allowed to register first by clicking the I don't have a ghost account. If a player registers successfully, then he will be allowed to move on to the login screen. Else, error displays where player is instructed to re-register into the game. After successfully logging into the game, player is allowed to select the appropriate level. If a player selects level 1 and completes that, the objective data that is time taken by the player in level 1 is stored in the Firebase. After that, 50 recent player data is retrieved from the Firebase and machine learning model is trained with the training set. After the training is over, the median is computed against 50 recent player data. After the computation of median, the player classification strategy starts, where player is classified into two categories. First one is beginner and next one is expert. In case of beginner, the beginner level tutorial starts, followed by beginner level. And if a player completes the beginner level 1, and if a player is classified as expert, he will be allowed to move on to the next expert level, else he will be allowed to restart the level. In case of expert category, if a player is classified as expert, he will be allowed to proceed to the next expert level, else he will be allowed to restart the beginner tutorial. Since when the data is stored in the Firebase, we will be clustering the players' data in 4 categories. First one is master, active learners, outliers, and slow learners using K-means clustering algorithm. Based on the feedback provided by the players, we will be calculating a mean score for 2 games, that is SQL injection and firewall, with corresponding 4 dimensions, that is gaming experience, learning experience, usability, and fidelity. The limitations of our game are only one metric is used, that is time taken, is used to assess the learning outcome for one of the web-based games, that is firewall. We have been able to collect players' data only from 13 players. The backend design that we have used, that is database, that is Firebase, server, that is Google, which is serving the content with the help of REST APIs. The design had to be simple and robust, and it has generic structure. Some operations are being performed in the database. 2 types of users are generally allowed. First one is admin, where the admin has access to the database, and player is allowed to play the game by registering and logging into the game. Each request to the database is authenticated with the access token, which is generated during the login time, that is user ID. Conclusions and future directions. Serious games are designed to teach one of the open web application security project that is OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities and about network security by using a firewall. We further plan to estimate learning outcome by involving adequate number of players in near future. We hope to master students' participation under control group settings when physical participation becomes feasible. Further improvements in terms of content and UI/UX would be attempted based on structured objective analytics and subjective feedback. These are my references. Thank you.